First of all, I say this after wins, and I want to make sure I do this after losses, that I'm so thankful to be the coach of Kansas State and to coach these young men, and thankful that God gave me this opportunity. So without him, none of this would be possible, and I thought this was just an unbelievable Big 12 game, right? The environment was incredible. We had obviously we wanted to win, but what we really wanted to see is how much we improved from a week ago or so against TCU, when we came off of 2 good wins. They were coming off of a loss that they probably should have won, and they were just tougher than we were. And their staff did a better job than we did in preparing their team, TCU. And so that was a challenge to our guys, and we knew this environment was way different than TCU. I mean, these fans have always been some of the best fans in the country, one of my favorite places to come and compete at, just because of how knowledgeable they are and how much they love the team here. And so I thought, and I'm very proud of our guys for how we responded, how we played with poise at the right time. And I always say big-time players have to make big-time plays in big-time moments, and I thought that the young men at Iowa State did that. That shot Coucher hit coming out of that timeout, and what's his number 23, he was head of our Holmes, was just incredible. And then the big fella down the stretch, we didn't have an answer for him. And so we will get better, but very proud of my guys.
Had quite a bit of success driving and scoring after on you guys today. Why do you think that was a difficult matchup and what did you guys do to break it?
Well, they have really good shooters, and sometimes we probably spread out a little bit too much. I'll have to go look at the film. I thought we let right-hand drivers drive right, and so that was we just have to do a little bit better job.
You talked about wanting to improve from the TCU game. You're kind of measuring up to that. What area do you think you made the biggest improvement?
I just thought we competed, and we stayed together, and we didn't let their runs get us out of character. And so that, what we didn't, the way we really improved was in preparation, that we didn't get giddy because we had won a couple games. We realized we had to keep improving and stay focused and all of that. And so just our preparation and our mental focus coming into this game was way better. And then, out on the court, it showed in our execution.
What did you like about how Cam played early on, and then how did they kind of start to trip him up?
I thought, Cam is a hooper, right? Like, he just likes to hoop. And, you put him in space, and he's really good. And I thought he had space in the first half, and he was really good in the second half. They played a little bit more attention to him, and so took away his space. And then he got in foul trouble. And so he had to sit. But I really liked the pace of the game in the first half, because they scored 12 more points a game at home than they do on the road. And so when it was in the 30s, I was like, oh, this is good. It's going to be a 60-point game, that kind of thing. But they started making shots in the second half, and you got to try and match it.
When you only lose the turnover, when you lose the turnover battle by 1, but then they beat you in points off turnovers by 12, what goes into that?
I'm going to have to go look at it, but it is, that's a very valid point there. I told the guys in the locker room, they were just more efficient with the turnovers than we were. And then the second chance points, that to me, that's the biggest thing, right? 7 to 17, second chance points. And we know that's an issue with our team that we have to get better at. There's just lack of practice days, right? So guys have to study film and just we got to figure out how to break some habits that we have that don't, because our first shot defense is not bad.
Coach Marquis driving second to last possession of the second half. Is that kind of the play you wanted?
Well, yeah, it was set up. There was a shooter in the corner, right, because we knew they'd help out that corner. I thought he would maybe kick it out there, but I have no problem with him. He had just finished one like that just a little bit earlier, and he finished one like that against Baylor when we won the game. So, yeah, the ball was in his hands, and we gave him the right space and, had what we wanted. It just didn't go in.
Coach, can you kind of explain, how the interior defense can improve against traditional bigs like Lampkin, who obviously had success against you guys, and then Osuni had some good success at the end, like you said, too?
Yeah, we're going to have to do a better job probably just giving up touches, have to front the post more, and then that means you have to give backside help, which means that there's gonna be a shooter on that other side, and, you know, like, good teams put you in a bind, and you have to pick your poison, you know, and tonight, that was the poison that we picked, and it gave us a chance to win the game, right? But we've gotta do a better job of rebounding, and that's what we have to do.
What did you think of your shot selection?
I gotta go back and look at it. I'm sure there was a few I wouldn't like, but there was a few that I didn't like and they went in.
Coach Naquan only taking 3 shots. Do you think there's anything he can do to be more involved offensively, or does he need to get on the offensive glass more? What do you think in that regard?
I thought Naquan was a little bit passive. I thought they denied him the ball early and made it hard for him to touch it, which was good on their part. And we probably have to come up with an answer for that and give him some different options. But, you know, you can't play 32 minutes and not get any rebounds. You know, and, I mean, that's all 3 of my bigs have 0 rebounds in the minutes that they played. And that just can't happen. And that's not a knock on them. That's a knock on us as a staff. We got to do a better job and, you know, just help them. So we will.
Did Gassan's injury take a step back, or did you just want to hold
No,
on?
I just, it's hard to play 9 dudes, man. It is. It's just hard. We're trying to figure it out. My thought was to bring him along a little bit more today. Today wasn't to bring along a little bit more game. So,
What was kind of the mentality in the huddle when you guys fought back from that 10-point deficit?
get stops. You know, let's get stops. We switched up some defensive stuff and kind of paused them a little bit with the triangle, and we denied 3 and played an eye. I mean, we were throwing everything we could at them just to pause them, but you know, it worked for a while till they put the 4 guards in, and then you got to get out of that thing.
And the Ish is obviously giving you guys quite a bit on offense right now. What can he give you a little bit more of on the other end?
We just have to rebound. We have to collectively rebound, and if you can't get it, you just gotta make sure your man doesn't get it, right? That's just gotta be the mentality, and we will get better at it.
Going back to that run that you guys made late, what did that say about your guys' mental toughness? Especially, it seems easier to do that at home when you have the crowd behind you. To have a crowd like that working against you and then have to kind of crawl your way back in. How tough is that to do?
No, it's very tough, and I think I have a tough team, you know, and TJ has a tough team too, you know, so it's just the Big 12, you know, and, but our guys, you know, we're not gonna lay down. I mean, we're down 17-3, but I was at home to West Virginia and fought back, you know, I mean, these dudes, they don't quit, and we just figure out a way, and we keep trying to find a way to